Well, the American dream is back under President Trump. But what we heard from all of the Democrats on stage last night is how they want to dismantle that. Because the truth is, the Democrat Party platform is now an attack on the American dream. It's an attack on the American ideal, where instead of government it gets out of the way and that our rights come from God, not government, Democrats turn that on its head. They say, no, government's our God, and we're going to set limits on your opportunity. We're going to set limits on not only how much you make, but what you eat, what you drive, when you can see a doctor. And there's no limitless opportunity, only endless government.
Booker talks about how other nations tried the wealth tax. France has tried something similar. They saw something like 10,000 of the richest people leave, and it doesn't build up nearly as much wealth as anybody expects it to. And also, when you take a look at if you're going to tax wealth at a few percent a year, over 10 or 15 years, you're going to end up taking half of the wealth away from some of these people. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to reduce them to almost nothing over the course of a lifetime. It's a scary idea for a lot of people.
Absolutely. And it's really wealth confiscation. You've had another analysis on Elizabeth Warren's wealth tax, where it's actually a rate of over 100% when you get down to the numbers of what it's not 2 cents. Right. It's way more than that. And Cory Booker is right about one thing. Europe has been trying this wealth tax. It's been repealed almost everywhere it's tried because it doesn't work. People drive incentives. If you had any idea, if Elizabeth Warren had any idea how the real world works, how people that create jobs, what they do with their money. They're not sitting on a pile of it, keeping it away from Elizabeth Warren's hands. No, they're investing it, and they'll find incentives and ways to avoid that tax. So it does not work. It's failed everywhere it's been tried.
Liz, let's take a look at some numbers here, and these are comparison numbers between the RNC and the DNC fundraising. And I mean, you just look at the numbers themselves and you can see there is a distinct difference. What do those numbers tell you about where people want this country to go?
I think it's really telling and sad that the DNC has to drop their fundraising numbers in the middle of a Democrat debate because they're so embarrassed that they only raised $8 million and they're just as much in debt. It tells you the energy, the enthusiasm is on our side. We're getting not just our base riled up. We're getting disaffected Democrats. We're getting independents who are so turned off by this impeachment charade in Washington, and they're so sick and tired of Democrats resisting a duly elected president and trying every way they can to undermine him. Get back to work for Washington. That's what we're hearing from our supporters, and that's what we're seeing in our fundraising totals.